y'all feel about this? Oh, they done did us, y'all. They done did us. This TV is not part of the Netflix household. They done got us. How y'all feel about that? How you feel about that? I personally feel like blessed. Netflix needs to mind their own blessed. I mean, that's what we doing. Anyway, like I was saying, I never paid for a Netflix subscription and I ain't gonna start blessed. I can't stand your ass. But you love me. No, real talk, I feel Netflix is a pretty girl that just realized her worth. Netflix was leashed on for years and years by people. They finally woke up and said, you know what? I'm worth so much more than this. So she tightened her belt, lost some weight, got them bust downs tight, and she may lose some in the process, but the gains is all worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna give you a little $6.99 or however much your subscription costs. Cause on the other side of that big ass end are my K-dramas. And I can't function without my K-dramas. I'm a little jaded, I can't get that good for free no more though. Matter of fact, hold on. Yeah, Netflix, thanks for unblocking me. Can I come over one last time and get that free? Nah, you don't raise your standards on me. So our history don't mean nothing, huh? Oh, I was leeching off you. Oh, and you realize you deserve better. Well, if things don't work out, you know I'm always here. Yeah, I know I got a girlfriend. But what's that got to do with you? Alright, I'm happy for you then. I'm not happy for her. Bless! Y'all, Angel in here singing Bohemian Rhapsody. I wish I'd never been born at all. She's singing that way too much with her chest right now. She's singing it way too much with her chest. I don't tell everybody they're beautiful, but when I tell them they're beautiful, this is not the reaction I expect. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your type of content, please consider commenting, following, reposting videos, and sharing links with your community so our community can grow. Yesterday, I was at Bailey's graduation. Yes, I officially have a high school graduate. More on that later, but there was this young lady. Bailey wanted me to meet her best friend. Her best friend for the past 4 years has been this little boy. And so she was like, Mom, I want you to meet him. While we're waiting to meet him, I see one of his family members, and she is just this young lady, and she's just absolutely gorgeous. And when I tell someone they're beautiful, I feel like, okay, I need to tell that person they're beautiful. But also, I feel like, you know, our young ladies are told that they're beautiful so infrequently that when I do get inspired to tell them, I make sure to go out of my way to tell him. So I went over to her while I was taking Bailey's picture, and right before I took the picture, I turned around, I looked at her, I was like, you are beautiful. She's like, oh, thank you. And then the woman standing next to her was like, she aight. Now, I 100% understand why she did what she did, because this is what we do. We are self-deprecating, as well as whenever somebody around us, especially a child, gets a compliment, the adult within earshot makes it their business to tear that child down in a joking way. Y'all, I can't take pictures of strangers, but if I could show you this little girl, she wasn't conventionally beautiful, so I could show you the picture, and everybody's gonna have their own opinion, but to me, she was beautiful. And I wanted to make sure I told her that because I'm not sure how frequently she hears she's beautiful because she's not conventionally beautiful. So I made sure I told her. And then for her family member to backdoor that with that bothered me because that is something that is prevalent in our community. Somebody will compliment your child and you will backdoor that compliment with something negative. Oh, he's so well behaved. You should have seen his ass yesterday. Oh, you're so beautiful. She aight. And then especially for this to be coming from a female, she is definitely moving in her masculine energy. I am moving in my feminine energy, complimenting someone else. She's moving in her masculine energy, uncomfortable with the situation, uncomfortable with even someone else receiving a compliment that she got to interject some off-putting stuff. I'm not going to say negative because what she said wasn't necessarily a negative because I understand that's just how we move in our community. We must match every positive with a negative. Pay attention to that because that's what we do. And that has been one of the greatest arguments recently with me and my husband is because whenever I say something, he's got to contradict me some way. And that's just the culture. It's not just him, it's the culture. So allow your children to be complimented without you interjecting with some witty, adverse response to that. Allow your spouse to feel good about themselves without you coming in and tearing them down because that's essentially what you're doing. When someone around you receives a compliment and you feel you need to insert yourself and make it about yourself by saying something negative, resist the urge. Let your kids be. Hey y'all, I was just talking to Bailey and I figured out, it's in development, of course. Everything is always in development, but as soon as I figure something out, I'm like, oh, let me go tell the people. What's good, y'all? I'm Lonnie Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. If that is your content of choice, please consider following, commenting, sharing, and reposting videos with your community so that we can grow. All right, I'm sitting down talking to Bailey about her relationships, and she was like, why do you think that I pursue these guys who aren't pursuing me back? I was like, well, sis, first of all, you're not an anomaly, you are the norm. And I say at my level, get you a man that loves you more than you love him. At your level, find you a boy that likes you more than you like them. You want to do this because when he likes you more, he's going to pursue you. All that heartbreak stuff y'all dealing with, you know, it lessens. I'm not going to say it eliminates it, but it definitely lessens, because at the end of the day, it's character, you know, it's morality, it's ethics, it's all of those things. If he's a human being, you just happen to attract a human being that likes you a lot, and that's the motherfucking stalker. We are doing the work to make sure that we attract into ourselves, and we have very clear standards of behavior. We are making all these lists of he needs to drive this, he needs to make this kind of money, he needs to No, this nigga need to not be a cheating, lying jerk who doesn't take care of his kids. Those men need to be off the table, off top. You find out he got kids you don't take care of, deuces. Find out he's not faithful, deuces. You invite him over and he don't show up, supposed to go on a date and he don't show up, deuces. These are all the things that need to be on your list. Not if he eats with his mouth open, it's a done deal. That's a red flag. Meanwhile, when you're sucking on it, it tastes like, but I ain't said nothing, I ain't said nothing. But yeah, I don't do that eating with your mouth open either. My children, 2 of my children eat with their mouth open, and I swear for Lord, my mesothelioma or whatever it's called just be going crazy. I want to snatch their lips right off of their face. Anyway, back to the conversation with Bailey. I told her, you know what? The guys that you are messing with, it's all about manipulation. You look at them as a challenge, and so you keep going back to them because they're giving you a hint. Every time they show up and they're like, hey, Bailey, you're like, ooh, maybe this is a time that I can manipulate them into doing what I want. Think about it. Think about how these people treat us. Why in the world will we allow someone to treat us this way? Except for we are trying to prove a point that we don't even know we're trying to prove. But if we wake up and realize this is the point that we're trying to prove, we will stop trying to prove that point. Think about it also, when you stop dealing with somebody, you stop dealing with their stuff. Why do you stop dealing with their stuff? Because you're no longer trying to manipulate. You're no longer trying to get the guy who never shows up to actually show up. And when he shows up, you don't really care that he showed up. It's the fact that you made him show up. So if you want to stop the cycle of these dumb ass, why the hell do I keep doing it? Know that you're trying to manipulate. So know that you're just trying to get your way. You're not trying to get him. He just happens to be in the way of your way. And furthermore, pride is a terrible drug, and the Bible says pride goes before destruction. Yes, I'm quoting the Bible because it's got some good stuff in there, less the religion. You're trying to manipulate these men because you don't want to admit that you chose wrong. Yes, you chose wrong. Don't believe it? How many of you guys are hiding what's really going on in your relationship under the guise of you just don't let people know what's going on in your relationship? Nah, you just real shame. Because if people really found out what was going on, my God, what would they think? I'm so exposed. If you posted on Monday how wonderful your man is and by Friday you're single again, oh, the shame. Sis, if you gotta hide what you're going through from your friend group because you're afraid they're gonna judge you because you picked a bad apple out of a barrel of bad apples, you need a new circle. Get a new friend group, and while you at it, get a new man, because if you have to manipulate to get basic human respect, you not only need to reprise that list, but you need to raise your standards, sis. Men and friends. But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me. Hey, Miss Bonita. Ooh, Miss Bonita got them badass kids and them barking dogs.